Welcome. In this journey, we will go to a world of horror and dark history, where 5 true terrible stories of the world will be revealed. From brutal crimes to fear-inducing legends, here are stories from the depths of black history. The first one is the story, Jungle, written by Johanna Spurring, a short and very pleasant story in which 2 friends named Peter and Julia travel in the forest. Peter is a child with a happy and mischievous heart, and Julia is a shy and intelligent girl. In the forest, they make friends with different animals such as rabbits, foxes and white cats and live with them. With a beautiful description of nature and its charms, this story shows children how to stand with each other in the environment, and friendship with animals is also very important. The second one, Red Devils, is a short but important story about the 1930s car factory strike in America. In this story, the writer Arthur Miller mourns a character named Billy who was not without importance in the strike war and in which he had to fight with the red-skinned devils to get the rights of the working people. This story not only has a powerful social message, but it is beautifully and enthusiastically described, which unites workers and common people in their struggle. The third is the story, Dead Poet, by Edgar Allan Poe, about a famous poet named Charles Bukowski. After his death, many of his dissonant and hallucinatory poems are discovered. In the story, one of Bukowski's friends, named Charlize, tries to find out the cause of his death. In the meantime, he faces the poet's family and their autocratic stereotypes. He finally comes to the conclusion that Bukowski committed suicide, but believes that the true history of Bukowski's life and poems are completely different. The story, Dead Poet, discusses issues such as death, poetry, and American identity, and deals with cultural differences between friends and their families. The fourth one, Garden of Darkness, is a pleasant and exciting story by the British author, Frances Hodgson Burnett. In this story, Mary Lennox is a 10-year-old girl who moves to her uncle's house in Yorkshire after the death of her parents. Here, he meets his uncle's 2 sons, Colin and Deacon. Having grown up in the outdoors, Mary easily begins to explore the beautiful gardens around the house, befriending Deacon and Colin. But when he passes through the gate of the mysterious and dark garden, he experiences great excitement. This mysterious garden is located in Mary's uncle's beautiful house, which later becomes her home, and Colin makes sure to protect it and keep it a secret. As time passes, Mary tries to help Colleen move on and recover. In general, Garden of Darkness is a story full of secrets, which, by reading it, draws the reader into a world full of secrets and happiness. Inspired by the author's childhood experiences, this story brings excitement to the game and explores issues such as love, self-confidence and family relationships. And the last one is Servants, by Lee Ba-young, a social and political story set in South Korea during the author's menopausal decade, the 1970s. In this story, a mother's effort to raise her child is narrated in a situation where the country has just left the dictatorship era and new hopes have been born. But the mother still lives in a poor environment full of social and political discrimination and works as a servant in a rich house to support and raise her child. In this house, there are different characters with different personalities who deal with her and her child. Servants portrays a clear and realistic story with the pain and sadness that exists in the heart of a mother for a better life for her child.